Big week. Big week for the men's soccer team. Obviously, being on the Big Ten Network against Northwestern will be a tremendous challenge. Kind of an interesting. We're part of a doubleheader on the Big Ten Network, so the game will be kicking off at 8:30. Highly encourage students and one team theme around here of making sure that a lot of student athletes come out and support us. It should be a great night of soccer, and then following that up Saturday against Loyola, NCAA tournament team. Very good program is Pack the Mac. Nice to be back at home. We had a tough result on the road against Michigan. Played them 2-1 on the wrong side of it, and need to get some points in the Big Ten. It's hard to win on the road, and being at home against Northwestern will be a great challenge.
Questions for Coach Trask? Brian?
Do you like how your club has started off? I mean, the way you're playing right now, is there? You tell me.
We've done some good things. I think when you look back at our first game of the season against Tulsa, they went out and beat Stanford at Stanford, and to draw them on the road is going to be a positive result. And we told that to the team. We played very well against Grand Canyon for major portions of the game. Scored 3 goals. Mark, Tommy, Chris, that trifecta up the field for us. Is very important to our offense, as well as Mike Catalano and Mitch Guitar. And I thought we did a good job there. Michigan started off a little slow. They were pretty amped up. They got a goal on us early, got another one before half, and we fought back to get it 2-1, and it just didn't have the legs, I didn't think, to get back in and tie it and take it to overtime. And, for long periods of time, the team's playing pretty well. It's a pretty mature group. But these are the games. This is where the better teams in the country start to show their true mettle. Instead of winning one, tying one, losing one, this is where you need to start putting wins together. And I think our guys are ready for that. It'd be nice to be at home for a couple games, and then we go down to Duke in a midweek, which will be a tremendous test. I think they're in the top 10 right now in the country. So I think the guys they're healthy. They feel good about things. We're training well. As any coach would tell you, 5 games into the season, there's little bits and pieces that need to get better. But I also feel like we've got the firepower to kind of withstand maybe a couple little learning curves that still need to happen within the group.
Jay?
John, of all your years of watching soccer, how many goalkeeper goals have you seen, and how did that all develop for Philip Schilling?
Philip came up. It was just inside of our own half. It made sense. We were really attacking set pieces. We had quite a few of them against Michigan. And, as I told the guys, the runs in the box were getting to a point where they were really struggling with us. We were getting our head on things. There were knockdowns. And, their goalkeeper kind of waited out. But we were going so hard at the ball that it ended up just bouncing over his head. You say a strange goal, but it's also a compliment to our guys buying into the movement that has to happen on a set piece, that kind of beehive, that level of anticipation that you need to get goals on set pieces. And we're right there. We're going to start scoring some set piece goals. There's no doubt in my mind.
Todd?
You guys obviously did really well at home last season. Road games are critical for you to get points and get results there, but how important and how good of a feeling has it been to be playing at home this last year and change when we've had such success?
Our guys love it, and that was one thing I pointed out in the team meeting Saturday afternoon when we got back from Michigan. We can talk about our road form probably needs to get better. You've got to win games on the road to be an NCAA caliber team. Having said that, we're undefeated at home since 2015. The whole 2016 season, we're 1-0 against Grand Canyon at home this year. I know our guys love playing at McClyman. Our fans come out. We had a huge crowd for our home opener. We're expecting big crowds this week. And I think part of it is a lot of people from around the state are showing up because we really can play some good soccer. Some of the combination stuff that we do and some of the individual talent on this group, Chris Mueller, Mark, Tommy, Mike, Alex Masbro, across the board. It's a talented group of people that I think, they're seniors now. It's all coming together for them. And soccer, you call them soccer heads, soccer fans around the state and in Dane County are coming out and supporting us. And hopefully with a big push, both with student athletes as well as students on campus, it's going to be rocking Wednesday night. I think that 8:30 kickoff, it's an interesting time to kick off a sporting event on a campus, but I also think it helps, guys are done with their little jobs or they're done with their tutors if they're an athlete, coming out and supporting the one team that Coach Alvarez talks about around here.
Any other questions for Coach Trask?
Thanks, guys.
Oh, one more in the back, sorry.
Hi. What are your overall thoughts on the Big Ten so far, just 5 games and looking at the entire conference?
It's always a battle. There's only 9 men's programs, and every one of them, every program's very good. Indiana, I've not had a chance to watch. Went out to Maryland and supposedly competed very well, which historically is a very tough place to play, as we well know. Michigan State going out and getting a result against Rutgers at their place. That's a great result for Sparty. Northwestern and Ohio State, I have not watched the film yet, but supposedly was an intense game as ours was as well against Michigan. And we won't expect anything less this Wednesday. And, there's always usually a couple critical games or a couple critical points to where you fall in the Big Ten. And, we've got basically the whole schedule still in front of us. Losing one at Michigan should not derail our dreams of potentially, winning the regular season or putting ourselves in a really good seed for the Big Ten tournament.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.